What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update, the two new upcoming packages, the physical infrastructure package, which is part one, and the next stimulus package, which is part two, as well as what is going on with our country and what is going on in Washington, D.C. President Biden promised yesterday to go door to door to start getting everybody vaccinated, with the new Delta variant now being the #1 most dominant variant in the United States. Yeah, can you imagine President Biden ringing your doorbell and saying, "Hey, I'm here. Yeah, by the way, have you been vaccinated?" Yeah, I mean, can you imagine that? But yeah, the highly transmissible, more deadly Delta variant is now the most dominant COVID strain in the United States, representing almost 52% of new COVID cases in the last 2 weeks in the United States, which originally was found in India. Also, a new study released on Thursday found that one dose of the Pfizer vaccine or AstraZeneca vaccine barely offers any protection against the Delta variant of COVID-19. This peer-reviewed study found that only 10% of blood samples from the people who received one dose of either vaccine were able to neutralize the Delta strain, which is now the dominant form in the United States. That number, however, rose to 95% when a second vaccine dose was added. Quote, a single dose of Pfizer or AstraZeneca was either poorly or not at all efficient against Beta and Delta variants. Both vaccines generated a neutralizing response that efficiently targeted variant Delta only after the second dose, researchers wrote. The Pfizer vaccine protected 64% of immunized people during an outbreak of the Delta variant, a sharp drop when compared to 94% of people it had previously been shown to protect. However, the shot was still 94% effective at preventing severe illness, a slight decrease from the 97% that were kept from experiencing severe illness previously. Pfizer is also now seeking FDA authorization for a booster shot of the COVID-19 vaccine. They just announced on Thursday that they plan to seek authorization from the FDA for a third dose called a booster shot or a third shot, saying it would provide even stronger protection. The company said they have, quote, encouraging data from an ongoing trial of a booster shot, adding that it provides levels of neutralizing antibodies 5 to 10 times higher when administering 6 months after the second dose. The companies plan to submit data in the coming weeks. Wow, let me know your thoughts. Would you take a third shot, a booster shot of the vaccine? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Also, there's kind of a battle right now going on whether to reduce mask mandates and kind of get rid of COVID restrictions or to increase them. Yeah. Republican Senator Rand Paul vows to introduce a public transportation mask mandate repeal to remove all mask mandates from all public transportation, while the FAA has fined airline passengers more than $10,000 for refusing to wear masks in the past, showing the stark difference of opinion going on right now. Meanwhile, there's another big battle going on right now between the people and Republican states over unemployment benefits and stimulus money that came from the third stimulus check package that was meant to go to millions of people that is being settled right now during court lawsuits. The third stimulus check package passed $300 per week unemployment bonuses until September 6th. However, 25 Republican governors and one Democratic governor, but only for a few weeks, have opted out of unemployment benefits now. However, now we're seeing several different states sue Republican governors, and laid off workers are scoring early wins in lawsuits against Republican governors attempting to cut off their federal unemployment jobless aid. As you can see here, unemployed workers in Indiana and Maryland have racked up early court wins, to restore federal unemployment bonus money and unemployment weekly money. Quote, I think it certainly has the potential to start more cases in more states. There are also current lawsuits going on in the states of Texas and Ohio. A lawyer who brought a similar case in Ohio said he may even go after the state for damages. Yeah, things are really starting to heat up. Now, right now, the states of Indiana and Maryland have temporarily ruled against the Republican governors and have ruled that they have to reinstate these $300 per week unemployment bonus money, $300 per week. And let me know if you're from one of these states and you're on unemployment. I don't think that they have really paid these yet. I think they're going to have to go back and retroactively pay these. And of course, as we all know, the states as well as the IRS is as slow as dirt when it comes to actually paying out this money, along with the rent assistance and mortgage assistance that these states are supposed to be paying out, that they've paid out less than 4% of this money. Man, are these states slow as with just about anything they need to pay out, they're as about as slow as it comes. And yeah, I mean, I think that these states, even if they do ultimately end up win these lawsuits, which it doesn't look good for these states. I mean, right now they're losing the preliminary lawsuits for these rulings. They're going to have to at least temporarily pay a few of these weeks of these $300 per week, and probably retroactive for at least a couple of these weeks. And if they ultimately lose these lawsuits, they may have to retroactively pay more. And as we've seen that quote from that one lawyer there, they may have to actually pay some punitive damages here, for potentially damaging some people's, livelihoods there. Maybe some damages there. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. And what's the interesting part here is that when they pass these into law, so when they pass these third stimulus check packages and they have all these things in there like unemployment checks and stimulus checks and mortgage and rental assistance, and when they pass these stimulus packages, they actually pass them into law. And these Republican governors that are kind of opting out of these programs, I mean, these things get written into law. So some people think that these governors are breaking the law when they do this. I mean, these things get written into law. And the question is, are these governors breaking the law? And well, I mean, these judges are kind of ruling yes, at least preliminary. We're still kind of waiting on final decisions. And if we see these first couple states rule yes, we're probably going to see all these states rule the same way, more than likely. So if we see these same couple states rule finally in the people's favor instead of the governor's favor, we're probably going to end up seeing all these states do this if these people file lawsuits in a timely manner before these unemployment benefits expire, which is on September 6th. Now, there is a possibility that the Democrats could extend more unemployment benefits in this next package. That is one of the things that is being considered for the next stimulus package. You can see my list of things here. List on item number 22 is more unemployment benefits. So I don't think this is one of the things that has the highest chance of items. It's not like, honestly, the four stimulus check and monthly stimulus checks, we have over 100 different Democrats clamoring for this item number 1 and number 2 on this. I mean, we have a lot of people pushing for item number 3, Social Security raises. I mean, we have 3 different plans for Social Security raises. We have, I think it's over 250 people pushing for Medicare expansion. And honestly, even one person, one senator alone, remember, they need every single Democrat to vote yes for this next package, just like they did the third stimulus check package. Remember, the Democrats are going to pass the fourth stimulus check package the same way they did the third stimulus check package with the reconciliation process, okay? That means that every single Democrat in the Senate needs to vote yes. So if we get any Democrat in the Senate demanding that there be a fourth stimulus check in there, or that there be the Social Security raise in there, or the Medicare expansion, or any one of these items, they may be forced to put these in there. Now, they have to be within reason. They're not going to be able to put every single one of these items in there. a lot of these items are going to be pushed into the next package. There will be more packages after this. The Democrats get a whole nother round of reconciliation cards on October 1st, which is the new fiscal year, which is only 2.5 months from now. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying that this one has probably one of the lower chances. Unemployment benefits has one of the lower chances of being in this next package. But remember, a lot of Democrats are actually the ones that want more unemployment benefits. It's the Republicans that hate the unemployment benefits. Now, they used to not hate that. In fact, former President Donald Trump was the one who actually did the presidential executive order for $300 per week unemployment benefits before the election for 6 weeks of $300 per week unemployment benefits. And last year, from the first stimulus check package, the Republicans controlled the Senate and the presidency and actually passed the $600 per week. But now Republicans kind of hate the idea. I'm not sure if it's because the Democrats are in control or if they just want the pandemic to be over. But now Republicans kind of hate the idea of unemployment benefits, and we see all these Republican governors opting out. I'm not sure if it's just because they want the pandemic to be over or if it's because the Democrats are in control now. I'm not sure if it would be different if the Republicans controlled the House, the Senate, and the presidency. You can let me know your thoughts on that down below in the comments. When the Republicans controlled the presidency and the House last year, it was a different story. They were kind of in favor of these things. But these are all the things that are kind of in negotiations for the next package. We are going to end up seeing a lot of these things. And remember, these several of these things up here are really big ticket items for this next package. I'm not sure if we're going to see more of these things. I think we might see more internet assistance, which will be interesting for that emergency broadband assistance that a lot of you guys got, that $50 off your internet bill or your phone bill. We might see an extension of that. That's a very popular program that a lot of you guys got. We could see that. We also could see a $10,200 unemployment tax credit for the year 2021. Remember, that was only passed for last year. In fact, they actually have some information on that. The IRS says they're going to be sending another round of unemployment tax refund checks. This is for the $10,200 unemployment checks in July. From what I understand is I think that they have only sent out one round of these, okay? So it's similar to stimulus checks where they kind of send these out in rounds. So I think that they have only sent out one round. And there's still about 8 million Americans waiting for this additional rounds from this third stimulus check package. This particular article considers it a stimulus check. I kind of do consider it a stimulus check also because it is from the third stimulus check package. My general thinking is if it comes from a stimulus check package, like the third stimulus check package or the second stimulus check package, then I consider it a stimulus check. So I consider the child tax credits a stimulus check because it came from the third stimulus check package. I also consider the $10,200 unemployment tax credit a stimulus check because that also came from the third stimulus check package. Whether you consider them stimulus checks or not, it's a check from the government and you can cash it and spend money. So whether you consider it a check or a stimulus check, it really doesn't matter. It's money that you can cash and spend for rent or food or whatever you want to say. It's money in your pocket. Regardless, there's still more than 8 million people waiting for these $10,200 unemployment tax breaks. And yeah, there will be more money going out in July. The question is when. I will keep you updated. Just to clarify, this is, a lot of people don't even know about this still yet to this date. I get questions saying, so wait, if I had unemployment last year, I'm going to get extra money? Yes, most likely. So this is passed from the third stimulus check package. This was a stimulus provision added in literally the day they passed it. In fact, the House of Representatives passed their bill and then the Senate changed it at the last moment as part of negotiations. This shows you that they can add things in at the very last moment. And what they did as part of negotiations is anybody who had unemployment income last year, they made this retroactive for 2020. Basically, it made the first $10,200 of unemployment income tax-free. So like the vast majority of people, probably 95% of people that had unemployment income last year paid taxes on it. Okay, so what this is going to do is now you're now going to get a refund for that money because you paid taxes to the IRS, and now the first $10,200 of unemployment income is now tax-free. So now the IRS is going to give you that money back. So they're going to give you a check back, and the average person is going to get about $1,000 back. Some people might get less, especially if you made less than $10,000 of unemployment income. The average person on unemployment last year made $16,000. So the average person made more than $10,000. The first $10,200 is basically tax-free. So the average person is going to get about $1,000 back. Could be more, could be less. Some people got $2,200 back if you're in the 22% tax bracket. Some people are going to get maybe $500 or $700 back if you're in a lower tax bracket or you had less money. It could be more, could be less. But basically, you could be getting a surprise check back or direct deposit. They're sending it to single filers first. And then now, anybody, hopefully in July, the married filing jointly and the more complex tax returns will come next. So yes, you will be getting an additional check from the IRS, direct deposit. Hopefully they will be coming soon. I will keep you updated on these. Also, if you're waiting on tax returns, regular old tax returns, yeah, the IRS has 35 million tax returns that are delayed. 35 million. Yeah, you heard that right. 35 million that are delayed. Yeah, it's insane, right? So they're dealing with the IRS unemployment returns. They're dealing with tax returns. They're dealing with sending out these child tax credits on July 15th that who knows if they're going to go out on time. I don't know. They say they're going to go out on time, but we'll see, right? Remember, July 15th is the date for that, $250 to $300 per month for direct deposits. If you're going to get a paper check, don't expect them on July 15th. We'll see how quickly they come. In fact, if you're going to get a paper check, let me know and let our viewers know when you receive them. We'll see. We'll see if we even get them on July 15th for direct deposits. Again, IRS is extremely far behind. So yeah, in fact, I have a lot of you guys viewers saying you're just waiting for your tax refund and you filed it in February or March. So yeah, here the deal with this is that not only are they far behind, but they have manually pulled tax returns for manual processing or fraud ID checks or fraud ID verifications. If you are pulled for one of these manual verifications or manual processing, you're looking at like a 3 to 4 month minimum delay. So yeah, if you're in one of these, you might want to call the IRS, but I will warn you that the IRS, I've had some comments from some people that sometimes they can't even get through to the IRS. And yeah, it's a nightmare. Okay. Yeah. And first of all, nobody likes the IRS, but Republicans especially don't like the IRS. And we've seen former President Donald Trump, he actually cut the staff of the IRS over the past several years. He eliminated a bunch of IRS jobs. Not that I like the IRS. Nobody really likes the IRS, but he cut a bunch of their jobs, which kind of makes the problem worse because there's less people working there. Now, President Biden wants to increase the amount of people working there, but the problem with this is that, see, the IRS commissioner says that they're owed about $1 trillion a year, which kind of sounds like, ooh, yeah, they should get that because, we could use that for stimulus packages. And that's just what they're saying, that they could use this for infrastructure and for stimulus. And they could pass a $1 trillion package every year and not even need to raise taxes. But the problem with this is that they got to take it from us, the people, right? So they're like, ooh, maybe that doesn't sound that good. The other problem with this is there's this real catchy little asterisk next to that is that, well, to do this also is they want to hire more people. They want to do more audits. By the way, they want to do more audits mostly on lower to middle income people, because if they do more audits on high earning net worth people, well, they don't really want to do a lot of audits on high net worth people, people that earn a lot of money, because they have a lot of money to fight the cases. So they get into these really long, drawn out, high cost cases that go on for months and cost the IRS a lot of money and take forever. And the IRS doesn't really want to do that. And they're very complex cases. So they need like very seasoned people. So like new IRS agents can't even work on those cases. And the IRS is just kind of, they don't want to deal with it because it's not really worth their time. Long story short. So mainly the IRS wants to audit more low and middle income people. So it's like, maybe we don't want to hire more IRS people, but we also want to get our tax returns back. We want to get our stimulus checks back. It's kind of a double-edged sword, right? With hiring more people. The other kind of really like weird thing is that the IRS wants, this is kind of one of those things they want, but we don't know about this. We're not sure about this. They want to have access to everybody's bank accounts, right? Because here's why. They want to be able to collect all the money they're owed. But to do this, they want to be able to access everybody's bank account. To do this, they want to be able to know the transactions of everybody's bank account. So they want to be able to just download everybody's bank account information globally, or I should say for America. So they would go to all the major national banks and just data dump and take all the data from everybody's bank account from huge, massive data dumps, okay? So they would just download everybody's bank account transactions by the millions, okay? What they would do then is they would be able to know through, huge, massive computer processing whether or not you owe the IRS money from looking at your bank account transactions. Well, the problem is this: nobody wants the IRS looking through their bank account transaction on a day-to-day basis. Normally, they would need like a warrant for that or something. So nobody really wants the IRS looking through their bank account transactions, but the IRS is saying, well, we're owed $1 trillion per year and we need to collect it, but we need more people, we need more audits, and we need to know everybody's bank account information. So you can see here, this is why kind of like the Republicans are trying to say like, hey, listen, we tried to tell you, nobody likes the IRS. This is why we really don't want more people working at the IRS. It's like a double-edged sword. Like, yeah, we kind of like the money that the IRS collects because we use it to pay for stuff like stimulus checks and stimulus packages and roads and bridges and police and fire and like everything in our country. But on the other hand, we really don't want the IRS to have too much power. Yeah, it's a, like I said, it's a double-edged sword that's very sharp on both sides, and you can prick yourself on both sides and have like an unstoppable bleeding cut called the IRS. So yeah, be very careful with the IRS. Don't hire too many people, but on the other hand, if you have too little people there, you won't be able to get your tax refund. You won't be able to get your stimulus check. You won't be able to get your $10,200 IRS unemployment refund. You won't even be able to call the IRS and get through to them. So what do you do? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Either way, I will keep you up to date with everything going on with our country, the IRS, stimulus checks, and related. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe down below. New videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will keep you up to date. If you haven't yet, subscribe and click the bell icon to all notifications to get reminder notifications when we go live with new videos. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. This bottom video is about different stimulus checks going out in July, August, and September. And this video is about President Biden's Social Security raise. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.